What is going on, people? Derby County has been neutralized. Coventry City finally pick up a win after a disappointing game week 1 against Hull City. 5-3. This one was absolute pure cinema. I had such a good time watching this game. If you're confused on why we are not in the Fat Cat Studios, let me tell you. I'm on a fantasy football draft weekend retreat, Airbnb. Watched the game in this movie theater. Let me show you what it looks like. Lighting could be a little bit better, but absolute scenes. Absolute cinema. And honestly, the boys really impressed today. So please take everything I say with a grain of salt. I've been doing a little bit of drinking. If you would have seen, I already talked about it on Twitter. Let's talk about the starting lineup first. I'll whack a little graphic on the screen, but it was pretty different than what I was expecting. The back line was the same, so it was Rushworth, Van Ewijk, Thomas, Kitching, and De Silva. Then the classic three in the midfield, especially with the Sheaf injury, we pretty much know what we're getting. We got Sheaf, Grimes, and Torp. Then up top, this is really where it shocked me. I thought that Ellis Sims was going to carry that positive momentum into a start today. He was not able to parlay that. We got BTA on the right, we got EMC on the left, and we got Haji up the middle. I was a bit surprised that Sakamoto didn't start today, but ladies and gentlemen, I think it may be a time that we have a dialogue and a conversation about Sakamoto because the team looked energized today. The team looked unpredictable. The team just looked up and just ready to go. Completely 180 from last week. Albeit, we know what Hull came in to do last week. They came in to get a point and walk their way out and laugh their way to the bank. They did their job. They got their point. But today, this game was all over the place, man. I really enjoyed watching this game. I will say pretty much all 3 goals that we conceded were due to mistakes. You can make a case that Rushworth should have saved that free kick, the first goal. But you never know if someone's going to get ahead on that, so you kind of can't overcommit to stopping just a direct hit on the ball. I'm not too fussed, but Rushworth definitely looked interesting today, let's say. I'm not seeing that confidence that he displayed in the first game against Batiste when he started, so it definitely might just take him some time to grow into the role, but he's an unbelievable shot stopper. It's just that I don't know mentally if everything is there, and it might just take him a little bit to get the rapport with the back line and the rest of the team, but that's definitely not something that I'm worried about. Now, stats-wise, we had 53% possession. We had 3.2 XG compared to Derby's 1.48. It felt like our XG was up there. And I just can't get over how good the attack looked today. It just looked so quick. The pressing was honestly very, very good today. I think someone sat down with Haji and told him, listen, man, you got to get up and you got to press. Maybe it was BTA because BTA is notoriously good at pressing. So when those 3 boys were able to line up their presses, it really definitely put some stress on the Derby County back line, which, by the way, this was not the outcome of the game that I was expecting at all. Was I expecting us to win? Probably, but I was expecting like a 1-0 fashion. When you go to Derby, especially at John Eustace side, you know that they're going to sit back and they're to defend. That did not happen today. This game was an all-out I don't even know how to describe it. This game was just crazy. I mean, a goal going in early definitely sets the tone, especially when they equalize soon after. But this game was just chaos. Like, the ball was moving so fast from pitch to pitch. It was just up and down, end-to-end stuff. It was just so fun to watch. I really enjoyed it. I would have liked the defensive issues and mistakes to just kind of be minimized because, we might not score 5 goals every week. Despite what many people think, obviously we're goal-scoring machines. But a couple of the defensive moves were a bit suspect for me today. Bobby Thomas got his goal, good for him. Interesting celebration. I wasn't sure if he was kind of insinuating that he knows about the rumors, because he did kind of like that. But then he also gave one right back, because when he tried to clear that ball on the 3rd goal, I have no idea what he was doing. He was genuinely standing on the touchline and he just tried to head it out. It almost looked like he was trying to set up a Derby County player perfectly. That was a mistake, and then obviously giving away the pen. It is what it is on that. It looked like when he went up, he kind of lost his balance when he bumped into the Derby County player, but ultimately I'm not going to focus on it too much because it didn't come back to haunt us. Milan's assist to EMC was great, caught him off guard. I feel like that doesn't happen normally, so I was definitely shocked to see that. Milan was a little all over the place today. I don't know if his head's in somewhere else just based on the transfer rumors, but I felt like his position was kind of empty a lot when they were on the attack, but that is the price you pay for an attacking wingback. I think this is the first time that I've seen Milan Van Ewijk play without Sakamoto, and it definitely felt the difference. So we will revisit the Sakamoto conversation. I feel like I kind of mugged him off at the beginning a little bit, All I'm saying is that he is a very slow player. He kind of slows the possession and then he puts in a lot of crosses. I felt like we weren't really doing that today because BTA and Wright, and really the whole front three was just very attacking, like just direct, like just put the ball forward and just let me run. Like we had some electric finishes. EMC, we didn't even know if he was going to be fit today. He came in and he had an unbelievably strong performance. He looked so elusive over there on the wing, doing little ball rolls and spinning around players. I was really impressed with his performance today. Sometimes I feel like he can try to do a little too much and then it just goes nowhere, but today he was very productive. But man, 20 shots to Darby's 13. This game had it all. It had dodgy goals. It had poor refereeing. It had yellow cards. It had beef. This game is why I started watching the championship. Genuinely, this was probably, no question, the best game of the year to watch, but I was just happy the whole game. It was just so fun to watch today. They haven't exactly been the most fun team to watch. Obviously, when you're not scoring goals, it's not going to be fun. But today was just like, I feel like I just fell in love with this team. Couple other points that I want to make. Radoni did his thing today. He didn't get on the goal sheet. The thing that I'm very happy about is the fact that we were able to be super productive without the use of Radoni, because obviously you don't want to be too dependent on one singular player. He still had a good game. He found himself in good positions. I thought Torp was okay today too. I know people were giving him a little bit of stick. Torp is a weird one. I feel like he has to settle into that role because I don't think he necessarily expected to be put in the role that he was in, just based on the fact that Sheaf went down so quick, albeit he did get the start when Sheaf was technically not injured yet. But he just has to find his place, and that goal he scored was a beautiful finish. He just tucked it in that bottom corner. Nice way to take advantage of the space. I really, really enjoyed that goal. Kind of reminded me of Sakamoto on the opening day against Hull. He had two really wide open spots right outside the box and he didn't capitalize on it. Torp was a little bit closer in, but that was a clinical finish by him. I really like that. And it's just good for the guys to get the confidence under their belt today. Everyone that needed to score today scored. All of our attackers scored. Torp scored. Bobby Thomas scored, albeit he may be on his way out. I think if they do truly go in for an 8 to 10 million pound bid, you have to take it. But that is dependent on us having someone else in the pipeline so we can bring in. But overall, man, I'm just so happy with this performance today. Like, this was so much needed. I think everyone will agree we really needed a statement win like this. This genuinely could have been like a 5-1, 5-2 match. And yes, there were blunders and just times where like we made stupid decisions on the defense more specifically. But I think that that's something that we can overlook for today because we got the win. If it were the other way around, and I feel like this is kind of normally how we look at it, is like the defense was okay and then the attack was shit, it would have been a big deal because people, you know, have been giving Wright, Sims a lot of stick for them being bad strikers, which I disagree with. But today it was actually the defense that technically let us down. But again, I'm sounding like a broken record now. I'm okay with it. Listen, you work on it in training this week. Just build some more rapport, and hopefully we get someone else in that back line, and we'll be golden. So now we are going to have a nice little week of rest. Really, it's not rest, it's just no matches. And then Saturday, August 23rd, we return against QPR. So get ready, that'll definitely be a little bit more of a tough matchup. They have, so definitely got to get ready for that one. They have some really versatile attackers. They've been bringing in good people in the transfer market. So that'll be a good matchup to look forward to. Thank you a lot if you made it to the end of this video. If you are seeing this right when it's posted, I'm probably live with Sky Blue Fans TV. If you missed it, you could probably go watch it. Either way, why don't you hit that subscription button? I really appreciate everyone. Thanks a lot for listening in. Play up Sky Blues and peace.